The photo album shows us a mini Norsk Stabor that was built by Morris and Teresa Nelson of Reeder for the Reeder Centennial Park on Main Street. Now, Stabor was a storehouse. They usually stored food or something on a farm centuries ago in Norway. We have cloudy skies over the Williston area, 31 degrees, west winds at 7, humidity 92%, and the barometer is rising. The overnight low was 30, record low 13 below in 1940. Today's high 34, the record high 67 was set in 1899. No precipitation, just traces of snow on the ground. Sunrise will be at 7:59 tomorrow, sunset tomorrow night at 5:18. Your forecast for tonight, cloudy and cool with fog developing. Winds will be light, tonight's low 23. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool with some morning fog, light winds again, the daytime high 37. Low Friday night, 18. For Saturday, mostly sunny and seasonal temps. The high will crawl up to 43. The extended forecast for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, the same each day. Mainly dry, and we stay in the seasonal pattern. Our highs will range from the upper 30s to the low 40s, and lows will be in the 20s.
Good evening, I'm Kelly Beekler. Well, this weekend, the Sydney Eagles will go for their 5th consecutive state football championship. As we find out in this report, that's got residents of the community cheering together once again.
On Saturday afternoon, the Eagles will take on Stevensville for the Class A state championship, and it's obvious playoff football has become a fall tradition in Sydney.
It's amazing what this has done, not only for the school system and the football program, but for the community of Sydney. It's put the spirit 100% behind the entire system because it says it works, the notoriety is there, the kids get the notoriety, and football has become the #1 issue in conversation every day.
Economic times throughout this region have been difficult in recent years, and that's why success on the football field, like Sydney's enjoyed, definitely spills over into the entire community.
People need something to grab a hold of, and the success of the athletic teams in high school is very important to not only Sydney, to any community. It's just great, and people need something to grab onto and cheer themselves on.
Ray Whiting has been a Sydney Eagle fan ever since he moved to town more than 40 years ago. All those involved agree the success of the program can be attributed to the coaching staff. They say success breeds success, and success on the football field carries over to other areas.
All of our programs have shown definite improvement. Kids do take pride in themselves, and in the other areas it becomes more of a challenge. Well, they did well, we'll do well, and so they go for it.
After enjoying success year after year, some might think the excitement and anticipation would wear off. Well, that's not the case in Sydney.
There's no complacency even in the kids. They go out there and they know with the drive that those coaches tell them, hey, if you're going to win, you're going to have to do it with nothing but guts and work. So they hit the weight room in the summer, they hit it in the fall, they do the work, they train hard, and they play well. And you know what? Victory is to the guy that does it.
And we'll take a look at that impressive team and coaching staff tomorrow night. Well, 3 Williston educators were honored this evening as Teachers of the Year by the school district. The presentations were made at this evening's monthly school board meeting. The district honors 1 teacher from the elementary level, another from the junior high, and a 3rd from the senior high. Honored this evening was Leo Prostko, a photography and electronics teacher at the high school, Darcy Schauer, a 7th grade English teacher at the junior high, and Linda Haugen, a kindergarten teacher at Hagen Elementary. Each of these teachers also received a $300 grant to use as they see fit, either toward furthering their own education or possibly for the purchase of a special piece of teaching equipment. And so far, 1991 has been a disappointing year for oil activity here in the Williston Basin. However, for the counties in the oil business, it's still important to get together once a year. That's what they did today at their annual convention in Watford City.
The general sense at this annual meeting is one of frustration and a great deal of uneasiness. North Dakota Oil is bringing a good price these days, but there's been no corresponding increase in exploration activity. Here in 1991, one fact has become increasingly obvious.
I think the major oil companies, by and large, are no longer impressed with doing business in the Rockies. And of course, that means North Dakota.
Some of the negatives associated with exploration in the Williston Basin include the high price of completing a well, the large number of federal acres which are not available pending an environmental study, low natural gas prices, and the fact that the major companies are leaning toward exploration in third world areas. There are some positives to be found. Horizontal activity has been met with a degree of success. The need for oil is always out there, and the state has done its share to offer its own incentives. However, at this point, the negatives appear to outweigh the positives, and oil field jobs are drying up.
And that's very, very frustrating and very disappointing to see, you know, good people who were a part of this industry no longer be a part of it. And from that standpoint, it's frustrating, but I think the true oil man is still cautiously optimistic on the future of the Williston Basin.
17 counties are oil and gas producers in North Dakota, and even when exploration is down, existing production still generates revenue, which makes all those in attendance thankful.
Spring wheat closed up 3 3/4, corn down 1 3/4, soybeans up 9. Steers and heifers 50 to $1 higher, cows steady to weak, barrows and gills 50 lower, lamb steady to weak, oil up 17 cents. Stay tuned, John's right back with sports.